What up, good people of the internet, and welcome to episode 4, which is not actually episode 4 of the Famiriety show. We are coming to you with some streaming, down a member, but we're gonna stream nonetheless. I got my buddy here, our beautiful Swedish baby boy, Sir Dennis Lofgren. Dennis, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right. A little bit of a
He's
change
doing all right.
of scenery. I am staying at my mom's place while they renovate my bathroom. So I will be in my mom's basement for the coming 4 weeks.
Nice. It looks good. It looks good. I like the red curtains. Very nice. Very. We're getting ready for some Resident Evil 9, right, Dennis?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we're
gonna
not
play
playing Resident Evil 9.
That's right. We're gonna get ready for Resident Evil 9 by not playing it. In true, Famipod or in true Dennis fashion, we're gonna play a game that probably nobody's ever heard of or nobody's ever played. This is Resident Evil Outbreak, right?
Yeah.
Or Bio. Tell us about the game, Dennis. What are we playing?
Yes. So why are we playing this? Well, the reason why we're playing this is because one of the main characters in Resident Evil Requiem, Grace Ashcroft, is the daughter of one of the main characters from this game, Alyssa Ashcroft. And this game came out on PlayStation 2 and was an online co-op game on PlayStation 2. So it's like an old school style Resident Evil game where you can play, I think it's like up to 4 people. I think you can actually play more, but at least up to 4. And yeah, you just kind of survive together and go through like a very old school Resident Evil style experience.
I'm hyped. I've been. Dennis, I know you've been playing a lot of Resident Evil over the past few weeks. I've started to honor the man who's not with us, Mr. Curley. I've started dipping my toes into some Resident Evil over the past couple of weeks. Where you tell the people where you're at in the series, like how much how much Resident Evil you've been playing, man?
I mean, I've basically only been playing Resident Evil for the last couple of months. And I mean, I talked about this on Famipod last week, but yeah, I've played at least one version of every mainline Resident Evil game now. The only mainline titles that I haven't played is original Resident Evil 1 and original Resident Evil 4, but I played the remakes. I skipped them because the remakes are fairly straightforward in those cases. I'll probably play them at some point, but I play so many Resident Evils. Like, give me a break.
Get off his back.
But right now I'm playing. I played a Resident Evil 2 remake again. I just did like both Ryan and Claire like back to back. Or no, Ryan or Leon. Shit, I'm tired. I did both Leon and Claire like back to back. Like I finished Leon's campaign and just went straight into Claire's campaign. Then the next day I finished Claire's campaign and just went straight into Resident Evil 3 remake. Like not even a second of waiting.
Like you're not worried at all about being burnt out by the time RE9 gets here?
I would have been burnt out at this point, dude.
That's fair. Okay.
And I'm definitely
because I've tried what you're doing before. Like when the next Kingdom Hearts game comes out, when the next Final Fantasy game comes out, I always get super hyped. And I'm like, hey, this is a great time to revisit the entire series. And then by the time like I get like 3 or 4 games in, I'm just like, man, I'm feeling it. I don't know if I can commit to playing this entire series before this game comes out.
Well, there is a difference. There is a difference here, which is that Resident Evil is good.
Wow, that was an unnecessary shot at Kingdom Hearts. I'll have you know that every single game is great. even the mobile ones. It was unnecessary. We gotta get you back. We gotta get you back to Kingdom Hearts 2. I think you quit on that game a little too soon. Quit's a strong word. We left streaming that game a little too soon. I gotta get you back playing that one, mostly just to see your frustration with it. But like I feel like you'd eventually enjoy it. So, but
I just noticed there's a timer. We have 1 minute and 50 seconds left, so we gotta get started.
Oh, sweet, yeah. Let's go ahead then.
But yeah, so the history of this is that this was online capable, I think, in the US and Japan back in the day, but Capcom pulled down the servers in the West, and then the fan base just kind of chatted up and reverse engineered the Japanese servers in the remaining 6 months, and then in 2014 launched the Resident Evil Outbreak Resurrection server.
There was a disruption earlier at today's football match between the Raccoon Sharks.
And it's been capable of playing online ever since.
Nice. Well, so where in the timeline does this game take place? Like, just put it between. Do you know?
This takes place at the same time as RE2 and 3, during the Raccoon City outbreak.
Are we in Raccoon City?
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay.
Bob, where's your mind at?
What?
It's a Sambi.
Huh? What a weird customer.
What a weird customer.
Who is this guy? Damn it! He's unconscious.
That's a weird line.
Are you all right?
Or that's a line people say.
It,
Just someone comes in, is like, that's a weird customer.
What are you doing?
Man, the voice acting. It's
Yeah, wasn't the best back in these days.
well, to be fair, it's not great now either. I've been playing through RE8, dude, and the voice acting it's marginally better. Like, well, not marginally, it's vastly improved, but it's still got problems.
Hello.
Hi there.
I wonder, can we push the other one here as well?
This is the way.
So one of the unique features of this game is the ad-lib system. Okay, I can't keep pushing it apparently. This is
Nope.
Can you push it? If you press square, your character will say something. And sometimes that's useful.
It's sometimes.
Yeah, that was supposed to substitute the fact that this game didn't have voice communication back in the day.
Okay.
I mean, it still doesn't, using Discord to talk.
All right.
Seems the stream is lagging.
Oh no. Oh, it seems like it's might be all right.
Good.
At least on my end, it's better. Is my security guy like is he a zombie? He about to die or?
Huh? Get over here. I don't know what's up with that guy. We gotta keep going.
Gotta keep going.
Gotta survive the outbreak.
I see. That makes sense. Diego Burb. Chris, welcome. How are y'all doing tonight? Whoa, oh no. Oh no. Hey, that's not cool. Get off me. Oh. Oh, I'm dead.
You're dead?
I'm dead.
Bro, what the hell?
I got I got grabbed through the window.
You're supposed to like spam all the buttons when you get grabbed.
Oh, there was nothing on the screen that told me to do that.
No, yeah, no, it's just like a thing you're supposed to know.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's old games for
Is
you.
there any kind of like I am spooked, this game is spooky? Rhythm Doctor community levels got hands? Wait, what? Do I just wait for your run to end, or is there a way for me to respawn?
I don't know. Where are you?
At the menu, where it's like.
I don't know what does it say on the menu.
It says exit save.
We'll see if you can try to join in, I guess. I don't have a gun. I don't know what to do. I have never played this game.
Same. I was hoping I was dependent upon your expertise here, man.
I've only watched some videos about the game. So I am entirely unaware.
What are your hype levels right now for RE9? Like, is it like your most anticipated game this year? Or?
I mean, it's up there for sure.
I've heard a lot of like podcasts and like other outlets are calling it like the first like game of the year contender of 2026. Do you think that's accurate?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's definitely likely to be a game of the year contender for me if it like lives up to its promises.
We were talking a little bit before we went live, but you're more of like a we
no,
did it.
I'm not dead. Wait, I thought I was dead. I'm not. Now I'm dead.
You're more of a like an RE2 play style than an RE4, right? Like you like the more like puzzly. I wouldn't even call RE2 like it's not really stealthy, but like it's not as action oriented as 4, some of the other like 5 or 6, and this one's gonna be like a good mix of both. You were saying?
Yeah. They've basically said that Race is supposed to be RE2 remake.
Thank you.
And Leon is RE4 remake, essentially. I don't know what to do there are like 15 zombies here, and I don't have a gun.
You're still alive. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I don't really know how or why, and why you're not alive. Because I'm still alive. What did you do?
I got grabbed at that window, and they pulled me out of the window, and I died.
Okay.
It was great.
Well, there's no way for you to join?
My options are standby or exit the room.
Okay.
The ones I've played so far are much harder than the final level of the base game. Oh, you're talking about Rhythm Doctor. Okay. Yeah, I've never played. I don't know if I know Rhythm Doctor. So this game's up to 4 players, right?
I think so.
Okay.
This was gets fully infected by the T virus.
Oh, sweet.
I'm turning into a zombie.
Sorry for the.
I'm a zombie now.
Wait, but you're still not dead?
I am a zombie now.
Cool rhythm game that finally came out of early access a few months ago. Ooh, man, shoot me like a link to the Steam page or wherever if it's on Steam. I want to check that out. That sounds cool. I haven't played a good rhythm game in a while.
Should have probably at least tried this game single player for a bit before doing this.
Yeah.
But I'm enjoying being a zombie right now. Walking around. Hidden doors.
I'm kind of shocked at how long it's letting you just run around as a zombie.
Yeah, me too. I have a feeling this is kind of like this was designed before people realized that it's not fun to not be playing game.
Yeah, that's fair.
Or like it's a feature that there's like actually permadeath or something like that. Can I climb the ladder? No, I can't. So,
I
can't.
Yeah, this is well, this is interesting so far. Yeah, sorry for the late start, everybody. This was a very convoluted setup to get this game actually working.
Oh, I collapsed now.
And as Dennis put in the chat, I'm terrible at following instructions.
Yeah, no, I gave pretty clear instructions, and he insisted on completely doing them in the wrong order and not listening to the instructions.
I don't know if, I mean, they were that clear, you know. I think anybody could have misread those instructions. It's not just exclusive to me. Possibly.
Okay.
All right.
Let's see if we can try again.
Are you creating a new room? Or
I don't know yet. So what does it mean by stand? Like, why can't we start again? Stay and wait.
Yeah, see, that's the screen I'm on.
Yeah, but like, why can't I go back in?
That's a great question.
I guess exit? Make a new room?
All right. There are 9 players in Area 1.
Yeah. It's a crowded game.
Yeah.
So
Wasn't there another?
When they announced when they announced Requiem, and the name came out, like her name is mentioned as like Miss Ashcroft, or like I think they call her Grace. And then basically immediately after, there were 5,000 signups to the fan servers.
Oh wow, that's kind of sick.
Yeah.
Nope, lost my train of thought there. Wasn't there a more recent multiplayer Resident Evil game? Last couple years?
Yeah, they did like 2 of them. One with 3 remake and one with 8. The one with 3 remake was Resistance.
Right.
Which is like an asynchronous multiplayer kind of game.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then they did Reverse, which I don't really know much about, other than they shut it down. And people don't like it. Have you joined?
So are they? I'm about to. Are those both shut down at this point, or can you still play?
I don't know about Resistance.
I know the Resistance was not met with great reception.
Yeah,
which is surprising because those asynchronous games usually do pretty well.
Yeah, but I think it's part of it is the fact that like, I don't think the Resident Evil fan base is really interested in multiplayer.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I do think like if they did like a remake of Outbreak, it would be pretty cool. Just have like because this is just basically like a Resident Evil game that you play multiple players, where you play multiple players and collaborate. So I think could be interesting. Have you joined?
I have. It says standby. Game to begin shortly.
So if you get grabbed, then you want to just spam every button and like circle the sticks, like fucking go crazy on everything.
Okay. Go crazy. Bet.
Press start.
I guess I should turn this sound back up just a wee bit.
Let's see if we can make it longer than 5 minutes this time.
That sounds doubtful. Ooh, a knife.
Okay, where's the gun?
Wow.
Where did you pick up the other gun last time?
Right there on the bar.
Okay, but like when we tried the game offline, You found another gun somewhere. Where was that?
It was the same one.
Okay.
I found it right there on the counter. I was able to pick up the same thing I think you picked up.
Oh.
No good here. No way.
I'm just gonna unlock the door and get the fuck out of here immediately.
That's fair. Thank you for the link, Diego.
I started with this place.
You didn't want to hear that guy scream again?
I'm good.
Good. So, I know you said you were doing you're gonna do or not a review, but like a ranking of the RE games. Do you want to save any kind of like what your favorite one so far is for that, or do you feel like you
No,
want to talk about that
my
here?
favorite one is RE2 Remake.
Oh, okay.
Out of like all the games that I played more recently, the best one would be Resident Evil Revelations 2.
Resident Evil Revelations 2, you said?
Yeah. Where are you?
Still in the main room. I can't get through the door. I'm about to die.
Press circle to open the door.
Ow! 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 Boom, 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 boom. Oh, here they come.
Okay, I do have a gun now, which is a nail gun, which is, I mean, something at least.
Yeah, for sure.
I found it.
Oh, man. I found it.
All right. Help me, please.
I
Don't know
need
what to do.
herbs.
Find some.
I'm on it.
Wait, I do have. Hold on. Pressing wrong button. Let's see.
Why does the nail gun sound like an actual gun? That's a great question.
Here, can you pick this up?
How do I?
Son of a bitch.
Circle, most likely.
Oh, you handed me a gun?
No, herbs.
Aha.
Hey. Keep pressing the wrong buttons.
Here, let me help you.
Why does the nail gun sound like an actual gun? I mean, nail guns do make a bit of sound when you fire one. Well, we're both close to dying.
Nice. But we made it farther than we did last time, which is important.
There's handgun rounds here. Do you have the gun? No?
I do not.
There was a knife there for some reason. Well, I have no idea why that is. Why wasn't there a gun there? Here, take these. These are handgun rounds.
I'm not taking anything. Okay, got him.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Now I just need the gun.
There we go. I'm fine again.
Nice.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh,
I'm getting back. Why wasn't there a gun there? Well, I mean, you at least have a knife. You can do something with that. Have you equipped it?
yeah. But I'm also like near death, so. I thought you had a gun. You don't have anything?
I mean, I have the nail gun.
Oh.
And I have 10 rounds.
Ah.
Here, let me help you.
Here, let me help you.
Hello?
Here's what I'm thinking.
Oh, the guy is standing again. I do think I can... Let's see. Nope. I guess not.
And so RE9 takes place after 4 in the timeline?
Way after. I mean, it takes place in 2026.
Oh, okay, so it's modern. Like it's the most okay.
Yeah.
Like the furthest in the timeline? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Great.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Ow.
Uh-oh.
Ow.
Yeah, I'm out of ammo.
Hey, hey.
Nothing to see here. Just a dude crawling on the ground.
It's the dude crawling.
It's like the zombie took pity on me. It's like, ah, this guy sucks.
I want to note the fact that we're playing on easy.
Oh, you didn't have to tell me that.
This game is apparently famously very difficult.
Okay. Oh, I have succumbed to my wounds, and I am a zombie.
Don't eat me.
No promises.
Trying to unlock thing.
Now, so my Resident Evil lore very low, and I'm playing through 4 for the first time. Now, the enemies are not the typical zombie variant, right? They're Los Plagas or whatever.
Las Plagas.
Or how do you feel about them as opposed to like the zombies from 2?
I think they're cool. I like that there is a difference. Like one of my favorite things actually with the Resident Evil universe is that it's a universe with a zombie apocalypse or a zombie outbreak where the world doesn't become post-apocalyptic. There's never an apocalypse. Wherever.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
like the world is like fairly normal. That's because they always manage to like kind of contain the threat every time.
Okay. Yeah, I was not aware of that. I thought it was an apocalypse universe that like starts with Raccoon City.
No, I mean in Resident Evil 3, they I mean it's confirmed that they bombed the city.
Gotcha. Okay.
So the virus has never spread. But because people... This is actually my biggest question with the Resident Evil universe, which is why do people keep why are there people that keep wanting to make these weird ass viruses?
Yeah. Again, very little understanding of what the like the lore of the series. I've played through 2 remake all the way through, and that's probably the only game I've ever beaten. I feel like I'm maybe like a fourth of the way done with RE8, and I'm through the first 2 chapters of RE4.
Wait, you've not finished 8 and you just started 4?
Yeah, well, so I got 8 because it was free. And then you were like, well, 4 is probably the one you need to play the most before 9 comes out. And then 4 went on sale for $15, and I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and scoop that up and try to get through that before 9 comes out. So I put 8 on hold for a little bit, and I'm jumping into 4. Which, honestly, I feel like I don't have enough time in 4 to really tell, but I kind of like 8 a little better. Which might be sacrilegious because I know 4 is like an incredibly like revered game, not even just in the RE space, but just like for gaming in general. But I just like the playstyle of 8 is a little more is very similar to 2 remake. And that's I mean I love 2 remake. I think it's like one of my favorite games of all time, not just for like survival horror.
Jeez, I have no idea what to do. I'm just fucking walking around. cannot keep going because... Well, I think I'm safe up here though. I'm just gonna lay here and wait for the bombs to drop. I mean, considering the fact that they can't climb, this is the safest place that you can be in a zombie apocalypse.
Good point. That's fair. I mean, eventually you'd have to get down for like food and stuff.
Yeah, but you could create a world that is entirely elevated.
That's a good point.
Yeah. It just make sure that it's all ladders. It's just all ladders that they can't get you.
Although, I mean, the one thing I learned very quickly, the Los Plagas characters, the people in 4, way more aggressive than the typical zombies. Man, I got to the one section at the end of chapter 2 right before work this morning. It's like a wave of like 30 enemies. It's absurd. I was just like, does this ever end? Like, I ended up like hunkering down in a shack and like just kind of picking them off as they came through a window. And luckily they had guys that were just kind of like throwing grenades everywhere, and they ended up like killing all the other enemies. But that it's a big change from RE2.
Yeah.
Is 3 remake more like 2 or more like 4?
More like 2.
Okay.
They're like the only like difference really is that Jill has a dodge.
Okay.
She's a little bit more agile. But yeah, I mean, 3 is basically built on 2's engine. I mean, one of the big things that people were really disappointed by with the 3 remake is like all of the changes and everything that was removed. Because 3 replaces some things from the original with basically kind of just kind of stuff from RE2. I know. Like
okay.
Very, very simple kind of like asset swap kind of situations. I think there is a I actually don't remember if there's a sewer section in the original RE3, but there's an extended sewer section in RE3 remake. And you know, there was a sewer in RE2 remake.
Right.
So yeah, there's a lot of like reused assets in RE3 remake, and basically anything that didn't work from RE2 remake was kind of removed. But yeah, I mean, it's a good time. It's like half. The game is like half as long as one of Leon or Claire's campaigns.
Wow. Okay. The whole game.
Yeah, I believe each of my RE2 playthroughs went in at 10 hours or so. Somewhere around there. And my RE3 playthrough came in at just over 5 hours.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, they really like botched that game. But
I mean, they're usually relatively shorter titles, right? You know, anywhere from like 10 to 15 hours.
I believe the original plan with RE3 remake, which is wild. Like, I don't know how this was ever the plan. The original plan was for RE3 remake to be DLC for RE2 remake.
Oh, wow.
And that's why it's like so kind of stripped back. Because they only had like for RE4, they did, you know, the Separate Ways DLC, which was made by the
Right.
studio that made RE3. So it's clear that they kind of had the same setup originally planned for RE2, where this like other studio was supposed to make the DLC, and then it's like,
Okay.
you know what, we could justify this as a full game, and I guess didn't give it much more budget. I mean, it's really crazy when you look at like everything that you get in RE2 and RE4 remakes, and even like 7 and 8. Like there's so much like supplemental content and stuff. And then you go into RE3 and it's just the main campaign and that's it. There are no like side content, no DLC, no nothing.
Yeah.
And oh yeah, they did package RE3 with Resistance, but nobody wanted Resistance, so
That's right. I remember that.
but yeah. Yeah, just chilling here during the zombie apocalypse. They don't even have a chance, dude.
They should.
How far I'm 20% infected. So do you in Outbreak there's the infection mechanic.
Do
you know why they did that?
Not a clue.
They did that like the percentage, your infection percentage goes up faster when you're idle.
Oh.
So it's basically like a thing they use to prevent people from logging the servers.
Doing what you're doing right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now is there a story that plays out throughout this game, or is it like just more like a? Because I saw there's like a level select, like.
Yeah, there are 5 in each of the 2 games. There are 5 chapters, and there is a story being told through them. Yeah, and it is canon.
Okay, interesting.
There are multiple references to Outbreak throughout the series, and especially in the remakes, it is highly kind of insinuated that Capcom themselves are actually quite big fans of Outbreak. Like both RE2 and 3 remake have multiple references to Outbreak. Resident Evil 9 has references to Outbreak, of course, including the fact that Grace Ashcroft is Elisa Ashcroft's daughter. Well, not anymore because she's gonna die just laying here before the bombs come. But yeah, so I do think, I mean, I'm kind of the idea like there is only so many remakes that they can make, you know?
Yeah.
And I do think that while with the kind of when they did the first Resident Evil remake back on the GameCube, that kind of control paradigm kind of disappeared and was replaced with like the way how they do it in Resident Evil 2 remake. But I do feel like this is the ultimate one, and they're not really gonna move away from this one unless we get some kind of big paradigm shift in gaming as a whole. So I think they will just be remaking everything to fit this mold. And then, you know, they're gonna be out of games, so they may as well just go ahead and do Outbreak as well.
Now, which of the mainline series do you think do they remake all of them? Do they remake 5 and 6?
I do think they will eventually get to 5 and 6. And I also think that now that I've played 5 and 6, there's a lot of potential there for improvement. Like when I watched like a lot of videos about, or not a lot of, but some like in-depth videos about 5 and 6. If you are interested in Resident Evil, by the way, 2 channels that I can definitely recommend. First of all is the Sphere Hunter. She does great videos about horror games and a lot about Resident Evil. And then another one is Monty Sander. He has like a retrospective series, very in-depth retrospective series on the mainline Resident Evil games. Like they both go into some of like the development background of the, or I think only Monty Sanders made videos about RE5 and 6. I don't remember exactly, but the development background. And like one of the very interesting notes that had been mentioned early on before RE5 came out was that one thing that they wanted to experiment with was the idea of the bright sunlight in Africa. And how extremely bright sunlight creates very sharp shadows. So that like if you look at like early demo footage and stuff that they had, it was like how there was like very sharp like searing sunlight, and then you have these tents where it's just completely black under the tents, like you can't see anything under the tents. Because the light there isn't enough light bouncing around basically to illuminate the tents. And that's kind of the horror. It was like the horror of not being able to see outside of the light in that way. And that seems like pretty interesting. And I feel like with more modern lighting technology, like ray tracing and stuff, they might be able to take that further than they could back in the PS3 era.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I also think that it's very clear to me as I've played all the games now that Capcom kind of went astray for a while, and I feel like they either wanted to make different games, or they felt like horror was not really interesting to people anymore. And I do feel like now we're in a completely different world where people actually really do like these games, really do like horror games, genuine horror games. So I do think we could see them really change 5 and 6. More so than they did with 4. Like, they were probably a bit afraid to change how action-oriented 4 is due to how well received that game is. But I could see them really like not making 5 and 6 as action-oriented. I do think 6 has to be action-oriented to some extent, because that game is just like kind of straight up an action movie, while 5 is just kind of not really like, I don't think there's anything really about 5 as a story that requires it to be an action game.
Okay.
Like 5 is just kind of 4 again, but in Africa. And you play as Chris and Sheva.
Yeah, I think so. I have played 5. Me and my little brother played through 5 when I was growing up. Now, do you think 5 and 6 are like reimaginings of those games, or like do they do one for one?
I do think 5 will be more of like RE2 than RE4.
Okay.
Where they're gonna like kind of reimagine it more deeply. 4 was just kind of like we reframed it all in the new gameplay format, and just kind of improved the writing across the board. But everything still kind of plays out the same way. I mean, that's technically also the case in 2. Like, everything plays out the same way in 2, but you know, they made more deeper changes there in general. I do think they're gonna try to enhance the horror element. One thing I also like, I've heard some back and forth arguments on the the discussion of if Resident Evil 5 is racist. I don't feel like I am necessarily
I'm
educated
not aware
enough
of this
to.
argument.
Well, I mean, it kind of started from this idea that it's a white guy going and just shooting a bunch of black people, which I think is a very shallow way to look at Resident Evil 5. But specifically, Monty Sanders' video had a way more kind of in-depth kind of look at it. And it has nothing, like his argument has nothing to do with kind of that element that's like Chris, like a Western white person going to kill African people, like that is not even part of his argument. His argument is more about how the Africans themselves are portrayed. Some of the problems with that, and I do think that they can certainly fix that and still keep the story kind of intact, because it's really just kind of I don't want to say it's minor things, but it's the way, like the way that they would change those elements would have no impact on the story. It's more impact on the presentation. So yeah, but I do think it could be a very interesting horror game. As for 6, I think 6 would require some big changes, but I think the story could be kind of similar. The biggest thing I would change is Ada. Ada is an incredibly inconsistent character in 6. But they have generally done a lot of work in both RA2 and 4 Remake on Leon and Ada and their kind of relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's like one of the best parts that they've done in those 2 games. And you haven't played 6, did you say? Without saying like what happens in 6, they definitely take another step in their kind of will they, won't they kind of situation. Which I do think is interesting to some extent, and I am curious like if Ada is gonna be in Requiem at all, because so far Ada has been in every game that Leon has been a main character in.
Yeah.
So it would make sense if Ada is in Requiem, and I really hope she's in Requiem. Apparently, she was supposed to be in Village. There was concept art of her with like streaks of gray hair.
Okay.
So I would be really, and maybe they held her because they kind of started thinking of what 9 was gonna be eventually.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that would be cool. And yeah, I would really like to see that some things have happened at that point, potentially. I mean, they would both be in their 50s at that point, and you know, I think one of the really interesting points that specifically the Sphere Hunter puts in her videos is that she very frequently calls Resident Evil a sexless franchise.
Okay.
Like the idea that there are never like any kind of anything outside of very surface level romance, and like no one has any kind of deep levels of relationships. And like, let me tell you, I don't think there will be probably any exploration of who Grace Ashcroft's father is. Like, in the terms of Resident Evil lore, Grace Ashcroft will have just appeared one day. There was nothing happened. She just appeared one day. And is the daughter of Alyssa Ashcroft. We're not gonna go into how that happened. That's kind of how they are in general. With that, so I would be very surprised if it turns out that Leon and Ada are anything in Requiem. But yeah, at the same time, like again, they would be in their 50s at that point.
So, what about the other characters in this game? So Alyssa has ties to Requiem. Are there any other characters that are mentioned throughout the other games in the series? Playable characters in this game, I mean.
The only thing is that I think there are 2 of the characters in Outbreak. They are confirmed to be part of the Umbrella trials, which is the in-universe trials that actually took down Umbrella.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'm pretty sure I read somewhere on the Resident Evil wiki that Alyssa is the only confirmed survivor of the Outbreak crew.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Though everyone, I mean, I think it's kind of down to how you play the game, but everyone can survive, I believe. So that would have been like afterwards or something. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But yeah, Alyssa is like at least the only one confirmed to have survived years beyond the Outbreak.
Gotcha. We've seen Alyssa in the trailers for RE9, right?
Yeah.
Okay. One of the things that I've been really excited about with 4 so far, and I don't know how far back this goes, because I mean the 2 series kind of like their histories are kind of tied together for, you know, the tank controls and then the twists, the change to modern like times and stuff. But like you can see the Metal Gear Solid influence on 4 like a lot. I don't know if there's any credit to that whatsoever. I don't know if anybody's like, if the teams have ever come out and said like, yeah, this game was heavily inspired by the MGS series, but like they've got the codex, they've got the more stylized and actiony segments. It's oozing like Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 all over. Like it's very cool.
Yeah. I mean, did you know that Devil May Cry started as an attempt at RE4?
Wait, really?
Yeah. It was like Resident Evil 4 was in development hell for a while. They were trying to figure out what the game was going to be. And one of those attempts turned into Devil May Cry.
That's kind of awesome.
Can you imagine if Devil May Cry was like Leon?
Yeah. I've never played the DLC series. But
I don't think people would have liked that very much.
No, definitely not. But they have no interest in you up on top of that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still alive up here. I'm at 36%. I wonder what happens if I turn into a zombie while I lay here.
I mean, it's anybody's guess.
Yeah.
I mean,
but yeah, I love Resident Evil.
When did like what did you start playing through the series because of 9, or like did you just have an interest in finally diving in?
The first time I got like genuine interest in the series and was like, I should actually try this, was the reveal trailer at a State of Play for Resident Evil 3 Remake.
Okay.
And people were so hyped, and I was like, I want to be part of this hype too. This looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then so Resident Evil 3 Remake came out, and I was like, I should play Resident Evil 2 Remake. So I bought Resident Evil 2 and 3 Remake. And then I played Resident Evil 2 Remake, and this was like really my first time playing like genuine. I had like jumped into horror games before, but this is like the first time like really playing a horror game. And like I wasn't really very scared in the beginning, and then I was absolutely terrified while Mr. X was chasing me.
Yeah.
I think I've mentioned multiple times before that there were times where I would wait in a safe room for literally half an hour because I didn't want to go out of it.
Now, are you a lights off, completely immersed in the dark playing these kind of games like Curly, or like
Yeah,
you more of like oh really? Okay.
I mean, I don't feel like there's I don't feel any difference really. So it's just kind of the immersive level. Like for me, like if I have the lights on, it doesn't feel less scary to me. So it's more of like a lighting level situation. The games are so dark, so if you have the lights on, then you can't really see as that well.
That's fair. I found like, so I was playing it through this morning, and so far RE4 is not. I wouldn't really call RE4 like scary. Like I don't feel any level of fear the way I did in RE2. But like the playing it during daytime hours versus playing it at night, that's where my fear factor kicks in. Like I can have the lights off during the day, but because the lights peering through the windows, I guess it doesn't really matter. But like just knowing that it's daytime outside, for some reason the game doesn't hit quite as scary, maybe. But yeah, I don't. 4 doesn't really feel like a horror game yet, and I don't know if that changes at any point. But
it's not really a horror game. It's, I think the remake the remake makes it a bit scarier than the original from what I've seen. Like they lean more into kind of the darkness and the horror theme of it all. I mean, there is one like quite scary, much more scarier section later in the game. But yeah, no, it is an action game, and anyone who says different is just coping, really, because if like in the Resident Evil fan base, because of like 5 and 6, the entire fan base has like PTSD when anyone says action. Like the developers for Requiem said that Grace is like survival horror and Leon is like pumping action, and people are like, no, it's gonna be bad. And it's like, if you look at the game, it's like clearly RE2, RE4, and that's what they mean. They just don't want to say it so directly.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, no, like so like it if you talk to those kind of Resident Evil fans and say that RE4 is an action game, they will be like, no, it's good. And it's like action means bad.
One of the things that threw me, I guess I didn't pick up on it. There's no remake subtitle on 4.
Like it's not on any.
When you it doesn't say RE2 remake.
No, it's just called Resident Evil 2.
Huh. I think I might be having a Mandela effect because I could have sworn when they announced it, they announced them as RE2 remake, RE4 remake. But yeah, when I booted it up, I was like,
it's just colloquially known as, and they refer to them as remakes, but the titles are just Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil 4.
Okay, because like I went through like a small moment of panic when I booted up RE4 yesterday. I was like, did I buy the original game? by mistake. Then the graphics are just like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah, no, it's not like Final Fantasy VII Remake where they have remake in the title.
Gotcha. Missed opportunity.
I don't know. I feel like
Yeah, no, I
it's
get.
obvious
I'm being
enough, and
dumb.
also like I get what they like. I do think it is like a little bit like unnecessarily confusing that you have two games called Resident Evil 4. Um, the interesting thing here is that you do have two games named Resident Evil 2 and two games named Resident Evil 4. But you don't have two games named Resident Evil 3.
Wait, why?
Because the original is called Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. And the remake is just Resident Evil 3.
Interesting. Okay. There's no Mr. X Nemesis equivalent in 4, is there? Other than this dude in the priest garb.
Yeah, it's really only that like there's a guy, but he's only in the game like very in a very limited sense.
Okay.
So yeah, it's not like a more of like a large game wide kind of situation.
I'm hoping that like it's the most nerve-wracking part of the games, but it's probably my favorite part of the games is that feeling of anxiety of like you gotta go and you don't have all day to just sit. And I'm hoping I imagine 9 is going to have that in some capacity. I
We do
didn't feel
know,
it as
I mean,
much.
we have seen in 9, we have seen one hunter enemy in the gray sections. Ones or stalkers. I think they're called stalkers in locally in Resident Evil fandom. Like
Gotcha.
there is one part of like that's I think it's one we've seen like the most extensive gameplay from. Like it's Grace walking around some kind of facility, and there's like this really tall creature that can't go into rooms that are lit.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Sweet. That's probably like because like Dimitrescu is the equivalent of that in 8. I don't feel that when I'm playing 8. Like she's very slow. And again, like the game's really well lit in her sections. So I don't know, maybe and also the 8's not like super puzzle heavy, at least so far for what I've been playing. And it just that level of anxiety didn't really hit the same way. So at least not so far. Maybe there's other sections of the game that like serves that to that degree a little better. But I just finished the castle part of that this week, and moved on to the next section. So we'll have to wait and see. Yeah. Well, I mean, you want to go ahead and call it here? Or?
Yeah, I guess. This didn't go so well. I think I'm gonna try to find some time to play a little bit more of this to kind of
that's fair.
Understand it a little bit more, and then maybe we could try again with Curly.
All right. Yep. Okay. Well, Dennis, thanks for chilling on the top of a shelf with me, talking about Resident Evil.
Podcasting before the bombs drop.
Oh man. Well, Barb, Diego, Chris, thank you all for hanging out with us tonight. We will be back next Wednesday with episode 4 of Famipod. And we'll see what we're talking about at that point. If we come back with this, it'll probably be in a couple weeks. Maybe we're gonna figure out some kind of Resident Evil related content for Requiem coming up in a couple weeks. But Dennis, thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Curly, I hope you feel better. And
yeah,
now we're gonna awkwardly wave goodbye. What?
that right there.
Yeah.
You
What is
see
it?
it?
You kind of broke up there a little bit.
You
Yeah.
see it?
Oh, yeah.
It's the virtual
You got
boy.
the virtual boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure we'll be talking all about that next week.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
I'm excited to hear about it. I'm excited to hear if it was worth the price of entry.
Probably not, but it was
Probably
for me.
not.
It was for me.
That's
As
fair.
someone who has been intrigued about the Virtual Boy since the first day I heard about it and never had the chance to actually try it in like a genuine way, it was definitely worth it for me.
Nice. That's awesome. All right. Well, thank y'all for joining us, and we'll see y'all next week. Time to awkwardly wave goodbye. Goodbye, everybody.